Boston Celtics signed this NBA veteran. The Boston Celtics have signed a training camp contract with an experienced NBA player with prior experience with the Sacramento Kings, Houston Rockets, Memphis Grizzlies, Toronto Raptors and more. A training camp agreement between the Boston Celtics and the free agent forward will excite the competition for the final few training camp roster places. Welcome back to our channel. We are back with another informative video, and today we will be talking about Boston Celtics signing the NBA veteran. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Let's begin. Along with Robert Williams, Bruno Caboclo is part of the two-way trade with the Celtics. Luke Corner, Danilo Gallinari, Al Horford and Grant Williams are on their list. There are opportunities for the veteran at the Celtics, though it's not a given that he'll make the roster. After an impressive performance for the Celtics and Utah Jazz during last month's Vegas Summer League game, the free agent now has a chance to secure a spot on the Celtics opening night roster. According to Charania, Bruno Caboclo will join the Boston Celtics for training camp. Bruno Caboclo, a free agent, has signed a training camp contract with the Boston Celtics and will compete for a roster spot, according to Charania. The Toronto Raptors selected Caboclo with the 20th overall choice in the 2014 NBA draft. He has previously played for the Sacramento Kings, Houston Rockets and Memphis Grizzlies. According to Shams Charania of The Athletic, Bruno Caboclo and the Boston Celtics have agreed on a training camp contract. The Toronto Raptors selected Caboclo with the 20th overall choice in the 2014 NBA draft. He has previously played for the Sacramento Kings, Houston Rockets and Memphis Grizzlies. He had the finest season of his career with the Grizzlies in 2019, averaging 8.3 points, 4.6 rebounds and 1.5 assists per game. Despite playing in just 34 games, he started 19 of them. In 105 regular season games throughout his career, he averaged 4.2 points and 2.6 rebounds during the Celtics' recent NBA Finals victory. Despite having the second seed in the Eastern Conference, they defeated Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets in the first round of the NBA playoffs. In the two matches that followed, the Nets won back-to-back Game 7 victories over the Milwaukee Bucks and Miami Heat. Caboclo has played in 105 regular season games throughout his career, averaging 4.2 points and 2.6 rebounds. The Celtics have just returned from their NBA Finals appearance in the first round of the NBA playoffs, where they were the second seed in the Eastern Conference. You defeated Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Networks. They won back-to-back Game 7s over the Brooklyn Nets and the Fierce Heat in the two rounds. They defeated the Golden State Warriors in San Francisco during Game 1 of the championship series. The Warriors won the championship in 6 games despite only managing a 1-4 record the rest of the way. For the fourth time in the previous 8 seasons, the Warriors, coached by Stephen Curry, won the NBA title. As the 2022-23 season approaches, the Boston Celtics signed forward Bruno Caboclo to a deal through training camp. During his final NBA season, Caboclo appeared in 6 games for the Houston Rockets, averaging 2.8 points and 2.3 rebounds on 47.1% field goal shooting. Caboclo, who the Toronto Raptors selected with the 20th overall choice in the 2014 NBA draft, played only 25 games over 4 seasons in a reserve role before being moved to the Sacramento Kings in the 2017-18 season. The wing finally had the chance to play a more prominent rotational role after joining the Memphis Grizzlies in 2019, starting 19 out of 34 games. In 23.5 minutes of play per game, he averaged 8.3 points, 4.6 rebounds, 1.4 assists and a block. He did a good job. Unfortunately, he was traded by the Grizzlies to Houston during the 2019-20 season, reverting him to a reserve position. He remained there until 2021 when they released him. Caboclo played basketball in his native Brazil to make up for his 1-year absence from the league. In his 9 games for Sao Paulo FC, he thrived, scoring an incredible 23.9 points, 11.1 rebounds and 1.1 assists on 63.6% shooting from the field and 53.1% from 3-point range. For his performances, he was named the league's most valuable player. Caboclo, 3 years removed from the Memphis Grizzlies' most OK NBA player, offers the Boston Celtics some much needed length with his incredible 7'7" wingspan. Should the team decide to keep him after training camp, Caboclo may play on the bench. The coaches for the Raptors discussed Caboclo's turning point. It happened at a Summer League player camp in Vegas the week after the NBA's yearly off-season competition. One of the better players was Caboclo, who was also excelling in several pickup games played at the Clippers training facility in LA. Caboclo appeared to be at ease while playing with players like Chris Paul, Blake Griffin and Kevin Durant. He intercepted passes, grabbed lob passes for alley-oops, made 3-pointers and pinned shots to the backboard. The highlight, however, for Engelbrecht, who was present, was watching Caboclo engage with his fellow professionals. The most recent Drake song is playing in Caboclo's apartment on a laptop. He grabs a basketball that is lying on the floor. He calls the ball into his mitt while looking out the window towards the lake. A photographer is assessing the lighting for a shot outside of his balcony. Caboclo releases an aggressive jab step in front of him, an imagined defender, while holding the ball up next to his head with his elbows extended. He drops the ball and advances to the balcony with a broad step. The Boston Celtics and Denzel Valentine have agreed to a training camp deal according to Charania of The Athletic. With the main Celtics Boston G League club, Valentine finished the 2021-22 campaign. The Valentine's deal most likely won't be assured. Valentine has 6 years of NBA experience. The Chicago Bulls selected him the 14th overall pick in the 2016 NBA draft. He spent the first 5 years of his NBA career with the Bulls. He spent 4 years playing with Chicago, but an ankle injury forced him to sit out the 2018-19 campaign. Before being traded to the New York Knicks in early January, Valentine spent most of the previous season with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Midway through January, Valentine signed a 10-day contract with the Utah Jazz. The 6'5" wing played for the Jazz before switching to the main Celtics. Valentine put together an excellent overall stat line in 12 G League outings. Before camp opens next month, the Celtics must fill 2 more roster spots, assuming all acquisitions above materialise as planned. During the summer and preseason, NBA teams can carry up to 20 players. Before the start of the regular season, they must then reduce their roster to a maximum of 15 players on standard contracts and 2 on 2-way contracts. That's it for this video guys, we'll be back soon with another informative video. Don't forget to like and share this one. Until next time.